Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. It's always encouraging to see people come together to learn more about health and well-being, especially when it comes to our senior community, who deserve all the care and attention we can offer. Absolutely. Here's an expanded version of the Additives Matter, a key point, written to about 500 words. Additives matter. What you put in your coffee can affect your health. For many seniors, coffee is more than just a drink. It's a daily ritual, a source of comfort, and sometimes even a social experience. While moderate coffee consumption can have health benefits, such as providing antioxidants and enhancing alertness, the real concern often lies in what's added to that coffee. The additives that we stir into our cups, like creamers, sweeteners, and flavorings, can quietly introduce harmful substances into our diet, especially for aging bodies more vulnerable to chronic disease. One of the biggest culprits is processed coffee creamers. These often contain artificial ingredients like hydrogenated oils, which are a source of trans fats. Trans fats are known to increase levels of bad LDL cholesterol and reduce good HDL cholesterol, raising the risk of heart disease and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the contributing factors in the development of various cancers. Many non-dairy creamers also contain synthetic additives, thickeners, and preservatives that may not be well tolerated by older digestive systems. Another concern is artificial sweeteners. Many seniors who are trying to manage weight or diabetes might turn to sugar-free options. However, sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose, commonly found in sugar-free coffee syrups and diet-friendly creamers, are still being studied for their long-term effects on health. While some regulatory bodies deem them safe in limited quantities, emerging studies have suggested potential links between long-term consumption of certain artificial sweeteners and increased cancer risk, particularly in those already at higher risk due to age or pre-existing conditions. Even flavored coffee syrups and powdered mixes can be problematic. These often contain high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, and chemical flavorings. Not only do these ingredients contribute to weight gain and blood sugar spikes, but they can also create an internal environment that supports oxidative stress, another factor in cancer development. In addition to the chemical load, additives in coffee can sometimes interact with medications that seniors are taking. For example, ingredients with high levels of calcium or magnesium may interfere with the absorption of certain drugs, while high sugar options can counteract efforts to control blood glucose in diabetics. So, what's the healthier path forward? The best approach is to simplify your coffee. Instead of artificial creamers, try using a splash of real milk or unsweetened plant-based alternatives like oat or almond milk. For sweetness, consider a small amount of natural options like honey, maple syrup, or a pinch of cinnamon, which adds flavor without the chemical burden. If you prefer your coffee black, even better, just make sure it's not scalding hot. By being mindful of what we add to our coffee, seniors can still enjoy their daily cup while protecting themselves from unnecessary health risks. Remember, it's not always the coffee, it's what goes in it that matters most. Let me know if you'd like the next key point expanded too. Absolutely. Here's a 500-word expansion of the key point. Watch the temperature. Watch the temperature. Why too hot coffee can be a hidden cancer risk. Most of us love a steaming hot cup of coffee, especially on a cold morning. It warms the hands, soothes the senses, and often signals the start of a good day. But did you know that drinking beverages that are too hot could actually increase your risk of developing cancer, especially as we get older? This might come as a surprise, but the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, has classified very hot beverages, anything above 149 degrees F, 65 degrees C, as possibly carcinogenic to humans. That means when liquids are consumed at very high temperatures, they may damage the cells lining the esophagus. Repeated exposure to this kind of damage can increase the risk of esophageal cancer, one of the more serious and aggressive forms of cancer. Why is this especially important for seniors? As we age, our bodies naturally become more vulnerable. The tissues in our mouths, throats, and digestive tracts may not repair themselves as quickly or effectively as they once did. That means repeated minor burns from scalding liquids could result in long-term irritation and cellular changes, conditions that can open the door to cancer over time. What's more, older adults may have reduced pain sensitivity, especially in the mouth and tongue, due to nerve changes, medications, or underlying health conditions. This makes it easier to drink beverages that are too hot without even realizing the potential harm being done. Coffee, tea, and other hot drinks are often served well above 160 degrees F in cafes and at home. If you take that first sip and have to quickly pull away, that's your body giving you a warning. Consistently drinking beverages at this temperature may seem harmless at the time, but over months and years, it could have lasting effects. The good news, this is an easy risk to reduce. Simply let your coffee cool down a little before drinking. Most experts recommend waiting 5-10 minutes after pouring a fresh cup. If you can sip it comfortably without burning your tongue, it's probably safe. You can also use a thermometer if you want to be extra precise. Aim for below 130 degrees F, 55 degrees C for a safer temperature. There are other benefits to letting your coffee cool too. You'll likely taste more of the subtle flavors, enjoy a smoother mouthfeel, and avoid tongue burns that can affect your sense of taste. In short, while hot coffee may be comforting, piping hot coffee could be harmful, especially for seniors. Protecting your health doesn't always require a drastic lifestyle change. Sometimes, it's as simple as waiting a few extra minutes before you take that first sip. So next time you pour yourself a cup, take a moment, let it cool, enjoy the aroma, maybe take a deep breath and then sip safely. It's a small habit that could make a big difference in protecting your health as you age. Let me know if you'd like to expand the next key point. Absolutely. Here's a 500-word expansion of the key point. Coffee and smoking don't mix. Coffee and smoking don't mix. A dangerous duo for seniors. For many people, especially in older generations, coffee and cigarettes were once seen as a natural pairing. The morning cup of coffee, accompanied by a cigarette, was part of a daily routine for millions. It became a cultural habit, associated with relaxation, socializing, or simply starting the day. But while this combination may feel comforting or familiar, the truth is that mixing coffee and smoking can create a powerful and dangerous risk to health, especially in seniors. First, it's important to understand that both coffee and cigarettes contain stimulants. Caffeine in coffee and nicotine in cigarettes both increase alertness, raise heart rate, and stimulate the nervous system. When used together, they intensify each other's effects, which can lead to a higher tolerance, more dependency, and an even greater burden on the heart and other organs. But beyond the cardiovascular strain, the cancer risk is what should raise the most concern. Numerous studies have shown that smoking is one of the leading causes of cancer, particularly cancers of the mouth, throat, esophagus, lungs, and pancreas. Now, when smoking is combined with hot coffee, especially coffee consumed at very high temperatures, it can amplify the damage. Here's how. Hot beverages can weaken the lining of the esophagus, making it more vulnerable to harmful substances. Tobacco smoke contains over 70 known carcinogens, including tar, formaldehyde, and benzene. The heat from the coffee can create small burns, and smoking immediately after or during this time can introduce toxins directly into irritated tissue. Over time, this repeated pattern of irritation and exposure can lead to cellular mutations, which significantly increases the risk of cancers in the mouth, throat, and esophagus. This is particularly alarming for seniors. As we age, the body's natural defenses weaken, DNA repair mechanisms slow down, immune surveillance becomes less efficient, and the cumulative effect of past habits starts to show. What may have seemed harmless or tolerable at 30 or 40 can become life threatening at 60, 70, or beyond. Moreover, smoking can interfere with the metabolism of certain medications that many seniors rely on, while caffeine can mask fatigue or stress signals, making it harder to know when the body needs rest. So, what can be done? If you're a senior who smokes and enjoys coffee, consider this an opportunity, not a punishment. Quitting smoking at any age has proven health benefits, including improved lung function, better circulation, and reduced cancer risk. And you don't have to give up coffee, just separate the two. Try enjoying your coffee with a good book, some soft music, or in the company of a friend, replacing the cigarette with a healthier habit, like a walk or a light snack, and help break the link. Remember, it's never too late to make a change. Choosing to stop smoking and enjoying your coffee in a healthier way can add years to your life and life to your years. Let me know if you'd like help with the next point. Absolutely. Here's a 500-word expansion of the key point. Sugary side snacks are risky. Sugary side snacks are risky. A sweet habit that could sour your health for many seniors. Enjoying a cup of coffee isn't complete without a little something on the side. Maybe a donut, a cookie, a muffin, or a slice of cake. It's a comforting tradition, often tied to warm memories of social gatherings, family breakfasts, or quiet moments of indulgence. But while an occasional treat is perfectly fine, frequently pairing coffee with sugary side snacks can quietly increase the risk of several health issues, including cancer. So, what makes these sweet snacks so risky? Most of the pastries and processed snacks we reach for with our coffee are loaded with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and simple carbohydrates. These ingredients give a quick burst of energy, but they also lead to spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. Over time, these constant spikes can contribute to insulin resistance, obesity, and chronic inflammation, all of which are risk factors for several types of cancer, including breast, colon, pancreatic, and liver cancer. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to these effects. Metabolism slows down, and it becomes harder to process large amounts of sugar. Additionally, many seniors already manage conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, conditions that are worsened by regular consumption of sugary foods. Beyond the sugar content, many side snacks also contain preservatives, artificial colors, and trans fats, which have been linked to inflammation and potential cancer risks. Packaged pastries and store-bought baked goods often fall into this category, making them especially dangerous if eaten regularly. It's also worth noting that these snacks are often low in fiber and nutrients, meaning they fill you up without giving your body what it actually needs. A coffee and donut might satisfy hunger for a short time, but it doesn't support long-term health and can actually crowd out healthier choices like fruits, whole grains, and proteins that protect the body and boost the immune system. So what's the solution? You don't have to give up enjoying your coffee break. You just need to make better choices for what accompanies it. Instead of a sugar-laden snack, try a small bowl of fresh berries or sliced apple with cinnamon, a handful of unsalted nuts or seed crackers, a piece of dark chocolate, 70% or higher in moderation, a slice of whole grain toast with nut butter oatmeal cookies made with natural sweeteners like dates or bananas. These alternatives not only satisfy your craving, but also provide fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants, nutrients that support your body as it ages. In short, it's not just about the coffee, it's about what comes with it. By reducing or replacing sugary side snacks, seniors can enjoy their coffee break without putting their health at unnecessary risk. Small, conscious changes can lead to a longer, healthier life, filled with energy and vitality well into the golden years. Want me to expand the final point next? Of course, here's a 500-word expansion of the final key point. Healthier habits help. Healthier habits help. Simple changes that make a big difference for senior health. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when we hear about all the things that might increase health risks, especially when they're tied to something as everyday as drinking coffee. But the encouraging truth is this: Small, healthier habits can make a big impact, especially in the senior years when prevention and mindful living become more important than ever. First, let's be clear. Coffee itself is not the enemy. In fact, moderate coffee consumption has been linked to several health benefits, including improved cognitive function, a reduced risk of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and a boost in antioxidant intake. The real concerns, as we've discussed, come from the additives, extreme temperatures, and the habits often paired with coffee, like smoking or eating sugary pastries. So, how can seniors still enjoy their daily cup while protecting their long-term health? It starts with some simple but powerful shifts in daily habits. 1. Switch to natural additives instead of using processed creamers or artificial sweeteners. Try adding a splash of real milk, unsweetened plant-based milk like almond, oat, or soy, or a bit of cinnamon for flavor. If you like sweetness, a small amount of honey, maple syrup, or stevia can be healthier than chemical-laden options. 2. Let it cool. As discussed earlier, drinking extremely hot beverages can damage the esophagus and potentially increase cancer risk. Letting your coffee cool for a few minutes before drinking, aiming for a temperature below 130 degrees F 55 degrees C, is a simple and effective way to reduce that risk. Use that time to enjoy the aroma, stretch a little, or read a few pages of a book. 3. Make smarter snack choices instead of reaching for donuts or sugary pastries. Try healthier options like fruit, whole grain toast, or a handful of nuts. These provide nutrients your body needs, help maintain a healthy weight, and support your immune system. 4. Avoid smoking altogether if you smoke, especially while drinking coffee. Now is the best time to consider quitting. It's never too late. Seniors who stop smoking still gain significant health benefits, including improved lung capacity, circulation, and a lower cancer risk. 5. Make coffee a mindful moment. Turn your coffee break into a wellness ritual. Sit somewhere peaceful, limit distractions, and focus on being present. This helps reduce stress and makes the moment more enjoyable. It's not just about what you consume, but how you experience it. Developing healthier habits doesn't require perfection. It just takes awareness and consistency. By making small changes, switching out one creamer, letting the coffee cool, or picking a healthier snack, you're not just protecting your body, you're also investing in your quality of life. Every mindful choice adds up. For seniors, those choices can mean fewer health complications, more energy, and more time doing the things they love with the people they care about. So yes, keep enjoying your coffee. Just do it in a way that supports the vibrant, healthy life you deserve. Let me know if you'd like me to add all these into a single document or presentation. Absolutely. Here's a thoughtful and impactful closing paragraph to end your speech. Conclusion: sip smart, live well. In conclusion, coffee can still be a comforting and enjoyable part of a senior's daily routine, but it's the little details that matter most. From the additives we mix in, to the snacks we enjoy alongside it, and even the temperature we drink it at, every choice plays a role in shaping our long-term health. Especially for seniors who may already be managing chronic conditions or age-related changes, being mindful of these habits isn't just wise, it's essential. By adopting healthier coffee habits, avoiding smoking, choosing nourishing snacks, and staying informed, we don't have to give up our favorite rituals. We just need to make them smarter. Remember, it's not about fear, it's about empowerment. The small steps you take today can lead to stronger, healthier tomorrows. Thank you, and may your next cup of coffee be both enjoyable and healthful. Let me know if you want the full speech compiled or turned into slides.